Hey guys, be sure to like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about why 1/3 of expats leave eventually. Okay, and it's kind of interesting why people leave after they come here, because a lot of people that come here, they're planning on staying here for good. That's their plan. But they come over here unprepared and unprepared for the business climate. They try to start a business or whatever. It just doesn't work out. A lot of businesses, this is one of the first reasons why people leave. A lot of the businesses fail over here. I would say the majority of businesses fail over here. And the reason is that the profit margin's so tiny, it's almost not worth starting for a business, almost not worth starting a business. And here's the reason why. Because you're competing against so many other people out there that the profits are like this. When you have so many poor people, everybody jumps out there and tries to do something, and they try to undercut the other person down the street so they can beat them in their price. And it means that they make less, but they probably attract more customers, so in the end they make more. Okay, so they fight for every peso out there that they can possibly fight for. That's one of the biggest reasons why the business climate doesn't work over here. But there is an advantage to that, and let me tell you this. If you guys are planning on coming over here and starting a business, here's the advantage, okay? A lot of people, they don't realize, like, when people go to the United States, okay, they have their eyes open and they're looking for opportunity, okay? And their eyes are wide open. And it's a lot of reasons why a lot of people go to the United States and they succeed, because they have their eyes wide open. If you come over here with the same eye that they have, you can succeed too. One of the things that I've noticed, and I have my eyes wide open all the time, and I'm always trying to scope out what's going on for you guys, so I can tell you guys. And this is one of the things I notice about the business culture over here, okay? Some businesses fail because of that minute profit margin that they have built in, and it's so minute that it's like when you step into a business, it's bare bones. All the stuff is used equipment. Everything's about undercutting the person down the street. And the guy down the street might have all brand new equipment, but he's got to go against this guy with antiquated equipment with people that he's paying barely anything. Okay, so he can undercut this guy because this other guy has to pay off all that equipment, and he has to overcome all that equipment, the equipment costs. Where this other guy might have got him left over from his aunt or his mother or parents or whoever, But the biggest thing over here that I notice in most expats that come here to start a business is they overlook this. If you're gonna make something here, labor is cheap. And the best thing you can do is have things made here. That's why a lot of people put companies here to make products, because to make those products, it's so cheap because the help here is so cheap, whereas if you did it back in the United States, it would be expensive. So for you to make products over here, it's exceptionally cheap. So that's just one thing that, if you're going to do something and you're going to make something and ship it out and go to the United States or to Western countries, that's the way to make your money. That's where the money is, because you're going to undercut everybody in the United States by having it made over here, with the exceptions of the people that may have it made in China or something like that. But that's the way to do it, Like, I see a lot of these large companies, and what they do is they come over here and they have stuff made, because price-wise and manpower-wise, it's just the cheapest place to be, But anyway, to get back to why people leave, okay? Getting around, poverty, food issues, foodborne illness is another one. A lot of people get sick over here constantly, and they just up and leave. Police issues. A lot of expats over here, they just don't have a good head on their shoulders. They get in trouble with the law. They do stupid things. They were in trouble back home all their lives. They come over here, they bring those issues with them. It's one of the reasons why I tell people, guys, leave your issues on the tarmac. Because if you carry those over here, guess what? They're going to follow you over here, and you could get in deep trouble over here with the law. The other thing is noise, people issues, neighbor issues, whatever. I'm fortunate I don't have those, but some people, some expats, they bring those issues with them, and then they practically invite that upon themselves. One of my subscribers said once, and I think I've repeated this before in another video, the worst thing that some expats can do is bring themselves. And frankly, it's true over here. With some expats, the worst thing they can do is bring themselves, because You know, they bring them their nasty old selves over here, and nobody wants to be around them. The cops don't want to deal with them. Neighbors don't want to deal with them. And frankly, their girlfriend doesn't want to deal with them. And that girlfriend's family doesn't want to deal with their grouchiness or their craziness, you know. And the other thing is falling into like legal issues, getting a lawsuit after you or something like that, or a passport or visa issue possibly. You know, maybe you overstayed your visa or something like that. Another thing is being scammed, maybe by a girl, you know, or maybe a business partner or what have you over here. Those are things that happen on a daily occurrence over here with expats. They get scammed by some potential business partner over here or something, you know, and that's why 1/3 of the people get up and go home, you know, and that's why, you know, many don't come here because they hear those stories, you know. So a lot of people, like I would say probably about half, maybe half of the people that are telling me that they're going to come over here as soon as the virus lifts and stuff like that, half of you people probably won't even come. I really honestly believe that. I do believe that we are going to have an expat tsunami coming in here, you know, because after waiting more than a year, a lot of people are waiting to come in here. A lot of people have left and are going to come back too. So we're going to get slammed really, really hard by expats coming in here from all over the world. The people that I talk to hundreds of people each week, you know, through emails and stuff like that. You know, sometimes I get 10, 20 emails a day or more. Sometimes I get upwards 50 or 60, and I try to answer them all if I can. And sometimes it's difficult, but I do. You know, a lot of these people just won't come. You know, they're just kicking the tires just to see, you know, do I want to do this? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But in the end, a lot of them won't. You know, and like we said, 1/3 of the people that come over here are going to go home. You know, they're going to go home. And it's something for you guys that are thinking about coming over here to think about, because, you know, those are the dangers. You have to be prepared for those dangers. And as much as, you know, I push my budgets over here, and I push the preparations and things like that, you need to be prepared for all these things, and financially too. And, you know, if you're not prepared financially, you're probably going to be one of the third that goes back, you know. So you want to prep for that so you don't have to go back if you love it over here. And I think the majority of people that come over here love it. They really do love it. They like it over here. There's a few that don't. There's a few that love it, but there's things that they don't love about it, but they like their homeland too, and they're kind of like in between their homeland and here. Well, that's okay. You know, you can go back and forth. We have part-time expats and stuff like that here too, and that's kind of an interesting take on this. If you have the money, you know, you might want to spend 6 months here, 6 months back home, or whatever. It's kind of a cool concept actually to be able to go back and forth, you know, or 3 months here and 3 months there. You know, you can rent a place here so cheap, it might be worth it for you to consider that, you know, because it might be worthwhile, you know. If I had the money, would I go back and forth? I kind of do have the money, but I don't have the urge to really travel back and forth right now. But I think someday in the future, I might go home, you know. I think about it often enough. I mean, I do want to visit my sister and some of my cousins and stuff like that, but for the most part, you know, I love it here. And do I want to become part of that 1/3? No, I don't. But anyway, guys, I just want to throw that out there. I thought it'd be an interesting chat to talk about it, and you know, I thought you guys might enjoy it too. But anyway, guys, especially that fact about the 1/3. I didn't even know that fact at all. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. And be sure to like and subscribe, guys. Take care.